The reason why I'm doing this vlog is because this is exactly the kind of help I needed when I first started out. And I think by me just being able to share some of the mistakes I've made over the past couple of years may just be the thing that some up-and-comer needs in order to propel themselves forward and maybe make it bigger, quicker, or just avoid making some mistakes that are kind of costly in not only time but also money. Most of the episodes are pertaining to music, but I think there's a lesson in there for any up-and-comer in any sort of in any field. I mean, whether you're a designer or you are a hairdresser or whatever, if you are first starting out, there's information that you need, and there are some things I discussed that's maybe not music related, but more it's up-and-comer related. It's if you are new to this and you are trying to kind of just find out what's going on, you've realized that you have talent and you're trying to do something about it. Some of the episodes kind of also speak to those elements. Not all are regarding music specifically, but the reason why I chose music and rap music and singing and hip hop and whatever is because that's a topic that I've kind of been involved in for a couple of years. So those examples I'm giving is specific to my experience in my life. And there's a lot of episodes where I say I am not famous, I am not making a lot of money, because we are currently engaged, or we are a generation of people that kind of feel that if you are not making millions, what could you really teach me? And I get that. I get that because the proof is in the pudding. But I feel like information can come from anywhere. It doesn't mean if someone's not a millionaire, they don't have good information. I honestly still learn a lot from my peers, from people I know, from people in my community, from guys and ladies I follow on Facebook. I still take some stuff from them because dudes I used to do events with, they have a really good work ethic. There are people on Facebook where I enjoy their captions, or there are guys that take really good pictures, and I still take from them. I still kind of learn from them. And even if somebody that I've worked with, kind of producer or whatever, if he posts something and he found out something new and he wants to share, that's valuable information for me. I take that information and I use that information to make sure that I kind of navigate this as best as I can, get further than what I was going to get if I hadn't gotten that information. So I think that's important. The one thing that's kind of difficult is, you first start out and you kind of see the person that you want to be like. You kind of have this idol, and that's the picture, and that's the image, that's the final destination. That kind of pulls you forward. So let's say, for instance, you're like, I want to be like Drake. And that's what you want to strive towards. That's who you want to be like, and that's who you want to kind of mimic, and which is cool. I think you should have kind of an idea of who you want to be like or where you want to be at. The only real problem with that is it's difficult as an up-and-comer to compare yourself to where you are and where that person is, and try and learn from them right now where they are versus where you are. If I really want to learn from Drake, I need to learn from the Drake when the Drake was still where I am now, and see kind of how he grew himself to where he is. For me to say I want to be like Drake where he is now, it's going to be difficult. Even if I want to make a track or a video or something like that, it's kind of like his. First things first, I need a couple of million just to get started with his dress code and his gear and the camera movements and the teams that he has behind him at the moment. It's not going to be helpful. It's going to be helpful for me to find out or to learn from the person that's just a little ahead of me. The person that's gone over this kind of threshold, I learn from them. And once I get there, I learn from the person that's just a bit further from there. And that's how you kind of step. Yes, Drake is still the final destination, but I think incremental steps is going to have to be those people that are not so far, but there's something that you could learn from them. So so this channel is mainly for the up-and-comer. It's for the dude that just found out that he's kind of good at something and he wants to pursue it. And I admire that. I admire that for the reason, I don't think when I was 6 years old, and the teacher was like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I want to work in a contact center and take calls for the rest of my life. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to be. And unfortunately, we have to make do with what we have. So where we start out, we have to kind of take jobs that we can, because jobs aren't really available. And then when you have that, you try and do more, you try and do something extra, you try and do something part-time that kind of pulls you towards what you really wanted to be. And I really admire the up-and-comer. I really admire the dude that says, you know what, I don't have the job that I would like to have, and I'm not in the field that I would like to be in right now, but I am willing to make these kind of sacrifices to be there. And for me, that's bold, that's brave. And yeah, I enjoy music. I enjoy having fun on my tracks. I enjoy the learning of it. I enjoy the activity of it. I just enjoy being engaged in it. And I think if some people like my tracks, I thank you. It's really a humbling thing for someone that's not anywhere, for someone to say, hey, this is a good track. You understand what I'm saying? You're not famous, you're not up there yet, but someone says, hey, I like this, and that's really cool, and that's really humbling, and I really that's something I really it really humbles me, and and I don't think this is only for me. I think this is something where people can comment, people can share their experience maybe of the topic that was opened up in the vlog. They can maybe just add there that this is what they've experienced, and this is something that they have had happen, and maybe some other guys that are reading the comments can learn from that. I mean, all of us are just trying to learn and move forward, so I say the best way we can do that is to learn from each other. And yeah, I think mainly this for me is a platform where we can share best practice with one another and see where that takes us.